In this moment of national turmoil, triggered by the murder of George Floyd, we want to name three things that we must stand squarely against as a community: racism, police brutality, and systematic racial injustice. Each of these is antithetical to the values of our college and the mission that we exist to serve. So let us be clear. We stand against racism. We in the College of Education and Social Services unequivocally condemn racism in all of its forms. We hear the call clearly that Black Lives Matter, and we wholeheartedly agree. We stand as a college in solidarity for humanity, equity, and justice. We stand against police brutality and civil rights violations. The systematic violence inflicted upon our communities of color is devastating and unacceptable. We join all who grieve George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and the countless other Black Americans and people of color who've had their civil rights violated or have been injured or died at the hand of those that we grant the authority and power to serve and protect all of us. We stand as a college for vibrant, just, healthy, safe communities for all, and for reforms to law enforcement and criminal justice systems where obstacles to justice stubbornly persist. We stand against systemic racial injustice in the United States. Historic and systemic racism persists in organizations, in policies, land use, housing, healthcare, employment, education, and criminal justice. It infects the very principles, priorities, and structure of our society, and it makes a mockery of the social contract on which our democracy rests. We stand for racial justice and systemic changes that realize equity. We express our solidarity with those protesting the durable injustices and silences, the violence, and the anger and fear that so many people of color in America live with every day. These ongoing tragedies in the U.S., building on a long history of racial prejudice and injustice, are heartbreaking, unfair, and demand our individual and collective actions. Whether you choose to engage in civil disobedience, speaking truth to power, and/or focusing your learning, research, teaching, or service on addressing these inequities and the violence, we urge you to self-reflect, to learn more, to connect, and to act. Saying Black Lives Matter is not enough. I invite you to accept Dr. Wanda Heading Grant's encouragement to listen to others who have stories that they are willing to share. Your voice matters, and no one can take that away from you unless you give it to them.